it's Deborah. Today is Tuesday, August 4th, and I hope you're all doing well, staying cool, keeping busy, staying healthy, and doing all that good stuff. It's been a while since my last WIP and chat, I think about 2 weeks, and I am back in Colorado, where it's much cooler than Dallas, really. And if I sound out of breath, it's because we are in Beaver Creek, which is about 15 minutes away from Vail, and we are about 7,300 feet above sea level, so it's kind of high. And I always have trouble adjusting to high altitudes. I always get headaches, get really out of breath, and it takes me a while to get adjusted, so bear with me on this. And I'm working on a diamond painting from Evermoment that I bought about a few months ago, well, almost a year ago, November 2019. Here's a picture. It's a picture of a little giraffe. I think it's so cute. And I have quite a few Evermoments in my stash, but this is the first time I'm actually doing one. And I can totally see why people love it. You know, the squares have been awesome. No big problems, no popping drills. And I like it. It's really good. So anyways, so what's been going on with you guys? See, with me, you know, I spent a week in Dallas, back home, getting my doctor's appointments in, getting some errands done. But it was so hot, you guys. It's so hot. I can never get used to it. So I was really happy to be coming back, but I was nervous about flying, you know, with everything going on in the pandemic. I was hesitant about flying, but, you know, just kind of had to do it. So I go to the airport, you know, I'm flying out of DFW airport, which is a huge airport, you know, and flying on American Airlines. And I go to check in. I'm checking in a bag because I had to bring stuff back for my husband and my son. I'm checking in a bag, and the gate agent, or the counter agent, sorry, she weighs my bag, and it's, the bag limit is 50 pounds. And guys, my bag is 2.5 pounds over. 2.5 pounds. And she goes, "So are you gonna pay the overage fee for this?" And I'm like, what's the overage fee? And she's like, $100. And I'm just like, no. And she's like, "Wow, you're 2.5 pounds over." And I'm just like, well, okay, well, first of all, you know, I mean, how do I know your scale is correctly calibrated? You know, I mean, 2.5 pounds, really? You know, I mean, these scales get banged around a lot. I mean, I really can't get any grace for that, seriously. And when you're talking about 50 pounds, is 2.5 pounds really that big of a deal? I mean, seriously, and $100 for that, honestly. And at this point, she had already tagged my bag to like put it in, and she's like, well, I can't take it. It's overweight. And she like made this big show of taking, like, honestly, guys, taking the tag. She pulled the tag right off my bag. She wasn't gonna take my bag unless I like either paid the overage fee or like found a way to lose 2.5 pounds. So yeah, she was on a major power trip. So I had to get on a line and basically open up my bag and find a way to shove 2.5 pounds of stuff into my carry-on, which I did. But, you know, I mean, honestly, you know, I mean, okay, I guess, you know, from her point of view, I guess, yeah, 2.5 pounds, I guess I could have just carried that on too. But also, I mean, in my defense, I mean, the scale could have been over. I mean, how do I know the scale's not accurate? But anyway, whatever, you know. And then also, I mean, American Airlines is like making this big deal about all of us having to wear masks, and they're like cutting back on like not giving drinks, passing out drinks on the plane anymore, or giving out pretzels or whatever else they serve, which I don't take anyways, but whatever. They're, and they're limiting baggage weight or whatever. All it is in the name of for the sake of our safety. But yet I go on this plane and they booked it completely full. I mean, we're all sitting elbow to elbow with strangers on a plane in the middle of a pandemic. And it's like, how can you say you're watching out for our safety and yet you're still booking your flights full and flying it full in the middle of a pandemic? I mean, but yet you're supposedly taking all these other safety measures. I mean, yeah, I don't know. It just didn't sit well with me. But anyways, that's just me griping, whatever, But yeah, I got into Colorado with no other events, and that's, yeah. But anyways, flew into Colorado. We had some friends stay with us with their 11-year-old daughter, and that was fun. And immediately after that, my husband had a couple of friends come over. Sorry, I need to take a drink. Immediately after them, my husband had 3 friends come over and stay with us to do some fly fishing. And then immediately after them, we had some more family friends come in with their 2 boys, 3 and 6. And they stayed with us. And so they had just left. And so we have a little bit of quiet time before we have about 3 families from my son's school who are actually driving in. They're not staying with us, but they're staying nearby. They're driving into town to like just visit and hang out. And it's so funny. I feel like in Colorado, you run into more Texans than actual Colorado people. And I feel like it's probably because Texas is like 300 degrees. And Colorado, you can drive here in 12 hours. But yeah, so it's been busy. We've been running into a lot of people. And, it sounds a little counterintuitive when we should all be social distancing. But, we're all wearing masks and we're all being careful. And honestly, there's a lot fewer people here, and honestly I feel like people are more compliant here with safety measures than I felt like they were when I was back home in Texas. I felt like there were a lot of people who didn't follow the social distancing rules when I was back home, and I kind of noticed that. So I actually feel a lot safer back home, or home meaning back here in Beaver Creek. But yeah. Anyways, what have you guys all been doing to keep busy this summer? You guys been able to get through a lot of your stash, or start something new, or watch anything new on TV? I normally don't watch a lot of TV because I like to do my crafts, and if I start watching something on TV that's new to me, I have to stop and actually watch it. So I usually don't try to watch anything. Oh, but when we had our friends over with the 3 boys, felt like with 3 young boys who are very active, I didn't feel like having a bunch of beads out were gonna be pretty, was just kind of like an invitation for trouble. So I kind of put my diamond paintings away for that week, and I pulled out my cross stitching, which was pretty nice. It made me realize how much I had actually been neglecting my cross stitching since I got into diamond painting. So I got a big chunk of it done. Actually, let me show you some of it. I brought from home one of my long time work in progresses for cross stitching. I wonder if you can see it from here. So this is one that I've been working on, gosh, I want to say 8 years, almost 10, maybe even 10 years. I don't know. This is from Chatelaine Designs. She does all these crazy mandalas, and yeah, this is called Alhambra Garden. This, you know, I've completed 2 of her designs before. I've done the medieval town mandala and the White Knights in St. Petersburg. If you want to see those completed, you can go into my Instagram. And if you scroll down, you'll see pictures of those. But yeah, this is Alhambra Garden. I also have 2 more works in progresses of her designs. I've got, what is it? Japanese Garden, and I have one of her 2-year-long projects. I think it's called Baroque Castle and Gardens or something like that. So those are the 3 works in progresses I have for Chatelaine. Who knows when I'll finish this, but I have to admit though, out of all of her designs I've done so far, I hate to say that this is my least favorite. Sorry. I mean, it's still pretty, but this one has been so confetti heavy. And, you know, the instructions for this one has been really vague. And I had to try to rely on some pictures. And honestly, going through Google and trying to look up pictures of completed ones, I haven't been able to find any good completed ones. So I don't know if there's been many people who have done this one yet. But I've had a bit of trouble. But honestly, you know, since I've already completed some of her designs, I actually felt a little comfortable just kind of, you know, kind of doing my own thing and kind of improvising a bit with this one. So I guess you can say I'm just not quite as intimidated since this isn't my first Chatelaine. But here, check out this middle thing here, the middle garden. It's all beading. Isn't that cool? That's part of what I love so much about her designs, because she incorporates so much intricate beading and like the special stitches. Like here's the roads, and here, what's another one? You know, the Algerian islets here. I mean, it really challenges you as a cross stitcher, in that's something I really like about her designs. So if you never tried one, I would encourage you to try it. It is an investment of time and materials, but I promise you it is so worth it. So worth it if you ever do. But yeah, so do any of you guys have kids? If so, what are you guys planning on doing with the school year? You know, my son's school district finally made the decision a few days ago to kind of go ahead with the school calendar and offer in-person school or in-person teaching. But that wasn't without a ton of back and forth, a ton of changes, and they also decided to push the start date back a week so that they can also train the teachers to also provide virtual learning so that the parents can have an option if they want to send their students to school in person or to keep them at home for virtual learning. And we had decided, for our own reasons, to keep our son at home and do virtual learning. And the district had asked parents that if we choose to keep our students at home for virtual learning, that we at least commit to the first 9 weeks for the first grading period. So we were fine with that. So we're gonna keep our son at home and do virtual learning. And in doing that, that means we're also gonna stay in Colorado for a little bit longer and probably not drive back to Texas until probably late September, when our original plan was to drive back in a couple of weeks. But you know, I mean, the decision for our district to do in-person teaching has been a really contentious topic in our town, you know, and it's been insane, been really insane, just kind of seeing the thoughts of some of the parents, the opinions of some people, and how they feel and what they think and where they're coming from. And I feel for a lot of people, I really do. And I honestly do see both sides. And, you know, at the end of the day, I think everyone needs to choose what's best for their family and for themselves. And, you know, and it's hard to judge what one person's going to choose. And I think it's a tough situation for everyone involved. You know, I think it's going to be really hard to really see what's going on. But, you know, the good thing is that, you know, cases are going down. And hopefully soon we can go back to something that we can gauge as normal. But who knows when that'll be. And at this point, you know, we all have to give each other grace and try to be understanding. And really, you know, really just try to work with each other on making the best of it. So, you know, I really just hope that we all get through this with, you know, everything we got. So, you know, ideally, in the best situation possible, I would love for my son to be back in school. But the way things are going now, I don't think this is the right time. But, you know, I mean, huge props to the teachers and administrators and everyone out there who's still doing their thing. You know, I mean, I give it to all of you guys. I mean, I have no words. You guys are great. And I give it to all you guys. But with that, you know, this is another short WIP and chat. Just wanted to check in with everyone, see how you're all doing. Hope you're all staying well. And make sure you're at least taking a little bit of time every day to do something that you like and decompress. Just take a little time for yourselves. Until then, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.